This is the Senior Sportsmanship League, the 55 plus senior division, racing GT4s at Monza. Formation lap, going through the parabolica, getting ready for the start. On the pole is Bill Smithen, P2, Donald Stroud, P3, Pierre Vinet. And Smithen pulls away. Let's see how they do going through the first chicane. Well, the first three human positions held off the AIs going through the chicane. Strout goes off a little bit, but otherwise the parade through the chicane is clean. Smithen is pulling away, asserting his dominance. The McLaren is quite a bit faster than the Porsche here at this track. But oh no, on the first chicane, Smithen spins. Oh, and Pierre Binet spins in the first Lesmo, creating quite a traffic jam. Smithen rejoins the pack, starts passing. Further up, there's some action between Gene Moore, who is working around Mike Bailey. I think he gets a slowdown because Mike passes him here in a second. So Mike Bailey takes the position going into the parabolica. So we have three Porsches leading the race, P1, P2, and P3, primarily because of Bill Smithen's spin. Let's go back and take a look at what's going on back there. Bill's moved up to P9. Gene Moore loses it coming out of the second Lesmo. Gets an immediate repair, but slows down quite a bit. Gives the AI number one a chance to pursue. Bob Mills is right on the tail of both of them. Gene Moore is able to hold off the AI number one. Bob Mills is observing, and AI number three blows by on the straightaway. Bailey is in hot pursuit of Strout. Gene Moore is actually in P3. Here comes Smithen. And another AI in a Porsche. Number 2. Gene Moore goes off and goes off again. And back on track. Bill Smithen was able to pass Gene Moore, but Bob Mills is patiently in behind, biding his time. Bob Mills is able to overtake Gene Moore as he goes off track in the parabolic. Let's go up and see Mr. Smithen and see how he's doing. Bill pulls off a masterful overtake, not a dive bomb. He was well ahead by the time of the turning point. The AI hit the brakes very early there in that turn going into the chicane. Kind of opened the door for Bill. So Bill now can see Strout and Bailey up ahead. Only one AI in front between them. AI number 1, the fastest McLaren AI. Let's see how Bill deals with the quick McLaren. Here's a cockpit view from Bill Smithen's car. This time Bill gives the AI lots of room, stays left. Everybody behaves themselves. And he's able to overtake before the parabolica. Bill is now gone from last to P3 in 4 laps. Quite impressive. Now let's see if he can catch the leaders. Pretty quick laps, 1:57.9 for Bill. That's his quickest so far. Let's go see what times Bailey and Strout are turning. So Bailey is a 158.8 and Stroud is a 158.8 also. So essentially Bill is turning 1 second a lap quicker than the 2 leaders. But it will take more than 1 or 2 laps to catch him, I think. Oh my, Bailey went off and loses a little bit of time, allows Stroud to gain some space ahead. As far as the AI is concerned, the Porsche and the McLaren are pretty equal. Not so much when human drivers are driving them. Uh-oh, Bailey's got to jump on Stroud here. He's going to be able to pass him going down this straight, approaching the Parabolica. Came out of Ascari with a lot more momentum. So now, Michael Bailey's in the lead. Lap 6. But Smithen has gained quite a bit on the 2 leaders. Turned another 157.8. Bailey was 159.3, so half a second slower. Oh, now they're going to really bunch up. No doubt you'll see where the McLaren has some advantage over the Porsche here. Through the corners. Well, Bailey goes off. Allows both Stroud and Smithen to overtake. Here goes Smithen, pulling out, getting ready for the pass, going into Ascari. Bailey's an observer here. Stroud has to get on the brakes and get behind Smithen. Didn't dare go through together side by side. Gives Bailey a good chance to pass. But Stroud goes off track to maintain momentum and holds his position. But in the meantime, Smithen is way ahead now. Let's go back and take a look and see what's happening with Mr. Mills. Bob Mills is dueling with the AI number 5. They're both in McLarens. Yes, okay, he's able to do an overtake going into the Parabolica. Uh-oh, he's a little bit wide. The AI is going to pull to the right, try to overtake. Let's see if Bob can hold him off. Yeah, Bob does a masterful job holding the AI off. Not able to overtake. Let's see if he can hold position and gain some time against AI number 5. Bob got a good run coming off second Lesmo, and he's barreling down the long straightaway, pulling away from AI number 5 and cementing his position. Holding P7. Let's go back and see how Pierre Binet is doing. Binet. There's Gene Moore. Pursued by Pierre Binet. Oh, let's look at that again. That was a classic move by Pierre Binet on turn 1. Again, that was not a dive bomb because he was clearly ahead by the turn-in point. That last lap by Pierre was not too bad at a 1:59.7. Oh my. Pass number 8 and the Porsche. They duel it out in the first Lesmo, but Pierre wins out. Never seen that before. Passing out of the second chicane. That's pretty masterful pass, actually. All right, let's go see what the pace is up at the leaders. That was a 1:59.7 by Pierre. Yeah, not that much slower, only 0.3 of a second slower than Michael Bailey up front. But the same. But Strout turned a 1:58.7. That's the fastest of any of the Porsches in the race, I think. But still, hard to catch Bill Smithen when he's turning 1:57 laps, almost a second quicker a lap. Strout goes off, gets a slowdown. Smithen just keeps on leading, pulling away, gaining more time on the other two. Now there's an AI number 1 in between Strout and Smithen. Stop. Let's see what happened there. Looks like Strout got a slowdown coming out of the first chicane. Yep, that's what happened. You got a slowdown penalty. So Strout got a slowdown penalty. Gives Bailey an opportunity to reassume his lead ahead of Strout. He's P2 as far as the humans are concerned. P3 overall. Is there one AI between him and Smithson? Strout is in pursuit. Let's go back and see how Pierre is doing in the back. And Pierre's moved up to position 9. There's one car between him and Bob Mills. AI number 5. We're approaching the last lap. Let's watch Pierre and see if he can overtake AI number 5 on the last lap. Not much action up at the front. You got basically Bill Smithson leading, and behind him is Mike Bailey, and behind him is Strout with one AI up there in between them. Wow, Pierre passes the AI on the outside of the Parabolica. It's now Pierre behind Bob Mills. And the race is over.